Just when it seemed most critical for the United States to give Ukraine more powerful tools to blunt Russia's brutal bombardments, President Biden refused to get the U.S. involved in Poland's plan to transfer MiG-29 fighter jets to Ukraine. He did it, he said, to avoid World War III. But in doing so, he inadvertently raised the risk of such a war. American timidity on air support reduces the likelihood of Russia's retreat from Ukraine. Even without direct support from the U.S., the Ukrainian military has valiantly slowed the Russian invasion. But in response, Russia started indiscriminately bombarding cities, block by block, killing and wounding, degrading infrastructure, choking off vital supplies. Chernihiv, population 285,000, Kharkiv, 1.5 million, Sumy, 265,000, and Mariupol, 446,000, are reduced to a familiar landscape of death and ruin, like Guernica, like Stalingrad, like Grozny, like Aleppo. The capital, Kyiv, is now on the line. The pleas of pregnant women escaping from a bombed-out maternity hospital, the sight of dead bodies piling up in city streets and other horrors of war give Russian President Vladimir Putin confidence that the hurt will eventually bring Ukraine to its knees. A retreat is less likely with every mile that Russia gains. If Putin succeeds, he won't stop in Ukraine. The specter of popular uprisings and insurgency would haunt him. He would fear the neighboring states, all NATO members, lending support to his foes. He would fear a spillover into Russia. He'd fear being treated as a war criminal if he loses. Controlling Ukraine would also give Russia more resources to press onward. For one, most Soviet ICBMs were made in Ukraine. Putin already has good reason to believe he can intimidate NATO into acquiescence as he invades other nations. After threatening to strike NATO states that help Ukraine, he must have rejoiced when policymakers pledged not to provoke Russia. Putin will have a perfect opportunity to test whether Biden will indeed defend every inch of NATO territory, or will continue to appease. On the map of Europe, you can see a forlorn piece of land on the Baltic Sea, boxed in by two NATO states, Lithuania and Poland. This is Russia's province of Kaliningrad, home to the Kremlin's Baltic Fleet.